Well, my favourite one was one I had at Christmas with a magnificent pram, and she was black, this doll. And it was about 10 years, I suppose, after the Windrush project of Afro-Caribbean people coming into the country that were invited in, if you remember, in the late 40s and the 50s. And in Brighton, nobody ever saw anybody with a coloured skin. It just didn't occur. But these dolls were seen as incredibly exotic. I mean, we just thought they were absolutely gorgeous. There was nobody at school with a dark skin or curly hair. And I had a friend who also asked for a black doll for Christmas, so the two of us walked around with our prams with our black dolls in. And it was, when I think about it, looking back, it was quite an interesting stage in the history of this country that was happening in such a natural, and we pushed them proudly around the streets. We both had prams that were miniatures of those wonderful big sprung prams that babies used to go around in those days. I mean, nobody had collapsible things, beautiful. I mean, they were engineered like a magnificent car. Big springs, big dip underneath them, a hood. We had all the works with it, canopy, what have you, storm cover, so even if it was raining, we could still carry on playing. And I didn't realise till many years afterwards that my mother had really struggled to pay for this pram and this doll. And we used to go down to a shop, I think it was probably Buxton's, down along towards the seafront, every week, just to make sure that Father Christmas had actually got the message about the doll and the pram that I was wanting. And in actual fact, she was paying off a little bit each week so that I would have this wonderful pram and doll. So that was how the money was having to be eked out. But it was a beautiful pram and a beautiful doll. Well, I had lots of dolls actually, and I took my responsibility towards them very seriously. I couldn't leave home on a cold morning without making sure they were all covered up in the bedroom. So they would be on the floor, on cushions and things, and they had to be covered up. So I think I had a very, I was a bit OCD probably about it, but you know, I did feel that they needed my care and attention, most definitely. I suppose they were like a little fantasy family for me, and a little world over which I had control. My real family was going through a really difficult time. My father and my grandfather had to deal with the business going bust. My grandmother and my mother had an impact from that, of course. Money was very tight. We had moved from a little house in Patcham, all in together, because we couldn't afford to run two homes, so we moved in with grandparents, and so it was all a bit squashed. Mother and grandmother sharing a kitchen. There was a lot of tension in the house at that time. And looking back, I think that this was another little world over which I had control in my bedroom, or the bedroom I shared with my sister. My sister didn't have any dolls, was not remotely interested in them.